Nigel, great to have you back. Good to meet you in person. You're going to make me wear Wisconsin Badger gear here as I root for you guys tomorrow night.
Definitely. As a punishment, you know.
And it's really not a punishment to wear Wisconsin gear,
I wouldn't
right?
look at it like maybe for you, if you're not a true Badger fan, I think you've had a change of heart. So for that, you know.
But you are a Buckeye, as I am too.
Ooh, I can't be a Buckeye anymore.
I know, but I'm a Buckeye.
Are you?
Yeah.
My mother's a Buckeye fan. She loves the football program.
I don't root.
So.
I grew up rooting for Ohio State football.
Yep. Right there in the same boat. Yeah. Well,
how close were you? Did Ohio State offer you a scholarship?
They did. They were in my final two between, obviously, Wisconsin and Ohio State.
And Wisconsin paid better. So that's why. Wait, that's not true, right?
Yeah, no, it's not.
Not true.
It's not true at all. Not true at all.
And by the way, I'm looking at the gear. I mean, there's red. It's scarlet and gray with Ohio State.
I actually don't know what these colors are.
You don't?
There's always a fancy name. It's never just red and white. There's always a fancier cut name for the color.
Okay.
So I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
But since you were talking about me signing shoes, because I have Kobe shoes, so I signed a pair of my shoes.
Oh, awesome.
And it says, to my favorite Badger fan. So these are for you. So hopefully they can sit somewhere here.
Wow.
And, maybe next to the Ali shrine. Yeah, I sit behind the shrine, so you can't see the shoes.
Are these game worn?
Of course they are. Vintage, game worn.
Look at that.
Lots of wins and nos right there, buddy.
Really?
Yeah. And also for you to watch the game, we have you a Badger scarf.
Wow.
So we expect to see photos throughout the Twitter sphere.
Got my Badger.
You look good.
Badger sweater on.
You look sophisticated.
I do. Look like a college professor.
Yeah, you look good.
Yeah,
you look good.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the gifts there.
No problem.
There are a couple of things I wanted to ask you about. Now, of course, you hit the game-winning shot against Villanova. You know, and we talked about the whole process of getting the ball in a moment, but not really thinking about what you're going to do with the ball when you get the ball in a moment like that. I guess that's how athletes are. It's reactionary, but there was no thought process to that. The coach doesn't say, clear out, let you do what you need to do. It's just you saying, all right, let me survey the situation and then make something of it.
It's kind of the play was drawn up to get me the ball isolated on that wing area so I could go to my strong hand. And, yeah, no, I didn't have anything thought out to do because that kind of puts you in the bad spot. It's one of the things they actually tell you to do the least amount when you're playing a game is to think, because the more you think, you tend to make bad decisions. But before that, I kind of was, enjoying the surrealness of the whole ordeal, kind of thinking I'm out of bounds, like my heart's beating fast. I could really feel my heart beating. I'm sitting there like, wow, this is a big moment right now. I look back, I see my mother. She's cheering crazily as she always is. Love her to death. Hi, Mom. And I'm thinking, wow, I need to score a basket. We need to win this game. So when I caught the ball, then it went blank from catching it to scoring it. And then at the end, I'm like, okay, I made it. Now we need to get a stop. So it's kind of
Can you hear your mom during a game?
Oh, always. Everyone does. We'll go to a timeout, and I hear her screaming. One of her favorite lines is, "Let's go, babies." So when she yells that, everyone goes, "Oh, Nigel's mom's here."
Yep.
It's crazy because all those people there, all the screaming, and I can still, not only myself, but everyone else can still distinctly hear her.
Best player you faced in college in your career was who?
In college, is either Adrian Payne or DJ Newbill from Penn State, or Michigan State and Penn State, respectively. Those were pretty good guys. They were definitely really good at basketball.
Even outside, so nobody outside the Big Ten?
Outside the Big Ten? Do you have Patrick, is there someone?
I mean, you've been around for a little while here, Nigel.
I have. I've been here 4 years. Yeah, we've definitely played against some good guys, but I think those were two guys where Joe Young from Oregon. Yeah, he was really good as well. Those are the three guys kind of collectively amongst the team. We were like, yeah, those guys were really good, and there's nothing that we could do to stop them from scoring the ball.
What do you think of the one-and-done rule? Obviously, you stayed for 4 years, but the one-and-done rule and what it's doing for college basketball and what it's doing for the NBA.
I think I think the players should be allowed to decide what they want to do, but I think it's a good rule in the sense that you can mature a little bit.
What if I did a two-and-done or go out of high school?
I would say go out of high school because I think a lot of it depends on A lot of the kids want to get there because, unfortunately, they come from bad situations home.
But if I gave you the option, if you went to college, you had to stay 2 years. If you want to come out of high school and you want to go right to the pros and try, then you should be able to. I mean, the right to work, I'm fine with that. Because in other sports, we don't look at this the same way we do basketball. So we're not being fair to basketball players. But I'm trying to figure what's going to be good so we don't make a mockery of college basketball. If you're one and done, chances are you're not going to school second semester, right?
Chances are, yeah.
Chances are you're probably not.
Yeah. I mean, I personally think that it should be left as one and done. I think it's really good. It gives them at least a semester and maybe a little bit more to maybe meet someone that could help them with their lives. Because a lot of the problems you see when kids get to the NBA, they say, you know, they're not ready, they're not mature enough, they don't know this, they don't know that, they don't know how to manage money.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, that semester they're there, hopefully before they go off the train, you know, maybe someone could say something to them, they could meet the right person. And if they do stay, great. You know, but I think
why did you stay 4 years?
Wasn't good enough to go yet.
You didn't think you could go last year?
I think I could have went last year. I don't know. I feel it would have been the best decision for me. I think I definitely could come back, not only get better in basketball, but also mature as a basketball player, learn more about the game, develop better leadership skills, win a couple of championships. I'm trying to. I could graduate. Get
How
my degree,
important was that degree?
Extremely important. It's more important than anything I can do in basketball. And that's per my mother. So that's what she cares about the most, no matter what awards I get, no matter how many championships I win.
I was going to ask you about, you know, the student athlete. If I paid, let's say you were paid minimum wage for the 20 hours, let's say, minimum wage 20 hours a week. Would athletes look at that and say, okay, now there's something here? Would you sign up for that? $10 an hour, 20 hours a week.
Is that removing anything or that we
That'd be on
get?
top.
On top?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's definitely a good start. It would be a good way to go. I probably would need to, you know, maybe sit down, think about it some more, maybe crunch some numbers. You know, I'm a finance.
Being a finance guy.
Being a finance major, I can't just agree to anything in the air like that. That's how you get yourself in trouble.
But you've spoken about student athletes, and
yes.
you know, you held up a sign that, you know.
Would you like the sign?
I love the sign.
Oh gosh, thanks.
No, but I like the fact that you're thinking outside of just being a basketball player.
Right.
You know, education's important. You're thinking bigger picture here, and I love the approach. I'm sure there are a lot of people who criticize that, but I viewed it as you could have just gone about your regular life in college and play basketball, but you're thinking differently, and I like that.
Well, thank you.
You're not afraid.
I'm doing my best to try and give back.
Okay, but what do you do if I gave you the opportunity to? You're running the NCAA. You draw it up.
I think it's best to remove the not paying athletes, and I think you should be allowed the universities to compensate their athletes how they feel. And I think given that, a lot of the universities would take, especially the coaches. I know coaches and athletic directors, they agree that players should be paid. They don't say it publicly because they want to avoid the criticism that, you know, I'm receiving for saying this, but I think that they would definitely give the players more because they know some of the things the players have to go to. It's not necessarily agreed that the players want money. It's when they want to do something that they're unable to do. So, for instance, I wanted to see my mother for Thanksgiving freshman year, but I couldn't get home. I couldn't afford a plane ticket. So I think if we were compensated for the millions and billions we help the NCAA
but how much
and universities generate. How much am I worth? I don't know. It's funny. There was a tweet once that we had. Zach Bohannon put it in our team group chat, and I think I was third in college players amount of money received, and it was in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I don't know if that's going up or down, but how much am I worth? I don't know. I would say there's no price. I'm priceless.
Oh, you are? Yeah, but we got to put a price tag on it.
Oh, you got to put a price tag on it. I don't know. I think that's where the people with the PhDs come in. You know, I'm still an undergrad right now, so I haven't really.
You're not going to stay another year, right?
No,
You're finally leaving Wisconsin?
Finally.
After 7 years.
That's funny, though, that everyone talks about me being there that long. It means one thing. I've done something all my 4 years, but I only get credit for a year and a half.
Yeah, but it's like there'd be guys at Duke or North Carolina, it felt like they were there forever, because if we start to see you, we've seen you since your freshman year.
Yeah, right,
So
which is good.
Yeah.
I've been a contributor.
Yeah, so it feels like you've been there a long, long time.
It does.
And you're
It does.
27, 28 years of age, too, right?
I'm only 22. That's still crazy. Shoei's been here 5 years. He's older than me, and no one ever mentions how old Shoei is. But
How much time did you give to your hair on a daily basis?
not nearly enough is what you think. It's kind of natural. People always ask me, how do I get my hair like that? It's, just the magic of being black.
Is that what it is?
It did it on its own, and now I just reap the benefits of the luscious dread curls twist that I have. So there's really no magic formula behind it besides just being chocolate.
Looks good.
Oh, stop it! Thank you.
Looks good.
Thank you.
Good luck. Don't screw up against Florida.
Well, I can't now with you wearing the good luck scarf.
Hey, believe me, I'll have a Gator sweater. Or, I'll have that on Saturday.
Are you guys going to let that happen?
I'm just saying. No, you're going to let it happen. If Florida wins, all of a sudden I got a Gator scarf on. It's up to you.
Okay, I'll do my best to take care of that.
Don't screw it up. All right, he's
Nigel
Hayes of My Badgers. They got Florida coming up tomorrow night.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.